Land, domestic air and domestic sea travel to and from Metro Manila shall be suspended beginning March 15, 2020.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of Supreme TV, Confessions of a Business Owner. My name is Janae Rabe, and of course, I am the resident host of Supreme TV, and I'm also founder and CEO of Aja Delivery, a delivery concierge service. So every Wednesday night, here in Supreme TV, what we do is we feature different businesses, and by featuring them, we find out what is in their heart. So we open up their hearts and we find out their joys, their lows, all the things that they go through, the struggles of running a business, their challenges, and of course, all the accomplishments that they have. So this show is an avenue for business owners and aspiring business owners to exchange ideas, learn best practices, of course, and get tips and ideas which you can apply to your business as well. So, again, welcome to Supreme TV, Confessions of a Business Owner, where we like to keep things real so that your business can be supreme. Tonight's confession statement is all about how do we continue to give, okay? You know, it's Christmas season and it's time for giving, but how do we maintain to be givers when this year has done nothing but take? Can you feel that, business owners? It's Christmas season. It's time for 13th month pay and Christmas bonus. All right. I'm sure the business owners out there can feel the pressure at this time. So tonight, that is what we're going to talk about. Paano ba magbibigay kung kulang na ang natatanggap natin? So, but before that, before I introduce our two wonderful guests, we will present to you first the business hacks for this week. So, the business hacks portion of our show is where we share to you some business core values, which of course you can apply to your businesses and also your personal lives. So for tonight, I'd like to call in Miss Karen Avanilla.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So, my topic for tonight is overcoming the fear of rejection. And before I begin, can I ask our viewers if they have experienced being rejected? And who here has no fear of being rejected? Okay? Rejection to many, including me, is a big consideration when we make a decision in our life. Who doesn't fear being rejected? The fear of being rejected stops us from trying. In the end, it stops us from being successful. I'm going to share with you some tips and insights I learned on why we need to overcome rejection. So, first, the only choice we have that would lead to a positive outcome is to try. Doing nothing would give us the same thing we already have, which was nothing, nada. The second is don't let the fear of rejection stop you from doing what you are excited about. If you're excited about your business, don't let rejection stop you. We have to accept the fact that two things might turn out when we try. There are those who will say yes, while others will say no. If we get a yes, then that's a win. But if we get a no, then we just have to think that it's not a big deal. We learn from that experience, we recalibrate and keep trying because when we keep trying, we have a chance at winning. Let me share a short story about a colleague from AXA who was taught by her mentor to seek out 10 rejections a day. Can you believe it? So every day she would work on her assignment and knock on random offices in an office building in Makati. And every time she gets a no, she would tick it off her list and complete the 10 no's before she goes back to her mentor to report she completed the task. After weeks, and eventually after getting a lot of yes, she would still continue to get the required 10 no's. You know what it did to her? It toughened her up to a point where a no meant an achieved goal for her, and a no is just another no, no big deal. She is now a very successful manager of our company. The third was by Dr. Mark Goldstone, which is we have a lot less control over winning or losing at something than we do over trying or quitting something. So always try. You can eventually win. If you always quit, you can never win. When people give up, even in their thoughts, it's game over. The key is to be persistent. That commitment to try to go out and connect will help you succeed. We just have to be sure we come prepared for what we are trying to achieve. Someone once said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. And with that, I leave you with this quote. Rejection gives you more power to push forward. So let rejection help you push forward. No backing out. Thank you. Thank you, Janae.
Yes, that's so wonderful. Such inspirational sharing by Miss Karen. So, yes, we fail forward. So, we just keep going. So, now we go to the main highlight of our show to be inspired by these two wonderful business owners who has succeeded during this time of the pandemic. Please welcome our first guest, Mr. Willis Lee.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hi, my name is Willis. I'm coming from Hong Kong and stationed in Manila.
Okay, and your
Thank you,
business,
Jenny.
Willis?
Okay, I'm the owner of the Whole Star Marine Solutions actually is a supplier of marine spare parts in Philippines. That's why now you will get saver when you travel by ferries, Roro, etc.
Okay. Thank you, Willis. And our second guest is Mr. Aldrich De Leon.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alric De Leon from Pa Group. We do logistics, freight forwarding, supply chain, customs clearance, and warehousing.
Okay. So, two wonderful guests tonight. So before we start our interview portion, if you have any questions or you want to share something related to our topic, of course, we want you to please post your questions in our chat box. Okay? Yes. Okay. Please post your questions in our chat box and we will read it out during the show. Of course, we want you to participate in the conversation and we'd love to hear your comments. So, good evening once again. Welcome to Supreme TV. So, how are you guys? How are you guys doing? Willis, Aldrich?
Yeah, good, excellent, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
feeling good
okay.
and excited for the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Excited for this Christmas season. Okay.
Yes,
So, that's a very good opening line because it is Christmas season. And for business owners, is Christmas season really a time to be excited? Question mark. Okay. Is it really? Um, Before you answer that question, maybe I want to find out because your business is a little bit different from the other businesses that we've featured in the show. So I think your business is a little bit more complex,
yep.
like bigger in scale. So maybe you could tell us about your business. How has your business been during this time of the pandemic? So like you can tell us a little something, like a little extra background about what your business is and how it has been affected during this time. We can
Okay.
start with Aldrich. Go ahead.
Yes. So we're again, as I have said, we're Atlantic Group. So we do import, export, and domestic shipping, also warehousing and customs clearance. So ever since the ECQ was implemented back in March 15, we were unhampered because we were deemed as an essential service.
Right,
So our
right.
services, they still continued. So our staff, we were exempted. We were given DTI passes, and I
Right.
can say that business is still going and continuous. And we still continue to deliver goods, import goods, export goods, and store goods from our warehouse, and do customs clearance as well. Yes. So I
Okay.
can say that our business was not stopped by the pandemic. Yep.
Mhm. Okay. How about you, Willis?
Okay, for me, of course, I'm facing the same challenge of others, business owner or even staff. So, especially, I'm doing importation of marine spare parts. So, of course, is you may say is is we are facing different normal, like because we have a lead time to
Mhm.
deliver the items, right? But unfortunately, even starting from the supplier side abroad, they will
Okay.
delay production because maybe some factory closing down or the logistic limitation, and even not talking about costs. All right,
Mhm.
so we are facing a lot of delays, and our customer is keep on pushing us although we keep on explaining and everybody knows okay some country is still locked down even like India or even Japan or Singapore they just have working capacity
Mhm.
but yeah this we have to be in the middle because we are the middleman so we have to fix two sides so we get ourselves more busy but also give us opportunity to show our power show what we are really are not like without this kind of challenge we are just one of their supplier but after this pandemic after we show who we are now we become partners so you may say coins have two faces one
Okay.
is difficult one is bringing us with the clients more closer yeah
Okay. So I guess for Willis, it's more like you are in the middle, so you are tied down to what the other suppliers are giving, whether they have some challenges or not, then your business itself is greatly affected. Is that correct, Willis?
Yeah, more or less, yes, yes. Because we are
Yes.
not producing ourselves. We are not producing any
Right.
products
Because
ourselves. We are just
yes,
a trading house.
yes,
You may
because
say
you
it's a middleman.
right.
So
Okay.
now, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
So okay. So being the the middleman, the trading. Okay. So at this time, I want to find out: is it is your business also one of the businesses that would say that cash flow became a problem? Would you say that
And,
your yes? Because
okay,
a lot of
Yeah.
companies have different challenges. So for you, would you say that at this time that would be one of your challenges?
Eldrick first.
Yeah.
Aldrich.
Well,
Okay. Oh yes. Okay, Aldrich, go.
yeah. I think now our company is really stable and we really have a good cash flow right now due to years of handling and investing our excess funds. But yes, we do experience some cash flow crunches at times. For example, in our business, we have had to advance container deposits on behalf of our clients. So these are fees by the shipping line wherein it's imposed to the consignee, but oftentimes the forwarder shoulder. And sometimes, of course, the common problem is right now, especially during the pandemic, clients are asking for sometimes absurd credit terms. So typically, right now, we enforce a strict COD, cash on delivery. When we deliver the cargo, payment should come to Pac Atlantic. And on some select clients, we do allow 15, 30, and 60 days. But yes, cash flow is a problem. But for us, I think we're handling it very well. And yes, so that's my viewpoint on that, Janae.
Okay. Okay. So it's a good thing that you mentioned something about the
Yeah.
credit terms, right? So for businesses, that's why I mentioned at the beginning, like these two wonderful people here, they're the scale of their business is a little bit bigger than normal. So I would expect that they have, bigger um, space. What's the right term for that? They call it mahaba ang PC. I don't know how to translate that in English, but basically that bigger businesses have more space to you know um, bring their business around. Okay, so in your case, when you mentioned the credit terms, what is
Yes.
the regular credit terms before the pandemic and then now, because you said that you actually you were jumping into the solutions already, like you're saying that we have adjusted the credit terms, but before the pandemic, what is a general credit term for a business like yours? Like how long?
Yes. Yeah. Usually, for long-time clients, we really grant 15 and 30 days.
15
Because
and 30 days.
in a forwarding business, there's lots of expenses. So you have to take
Right.
into account the brokerage charges, the
Yeah.
warehouse charges, the forwarding charges, and if it's X works, the origin charges from the origin. And the consignee has to pay for all of that. Because of these cash constraints, sometimes consignees really request a good credit term. And we do that if we have a healthy and harmonious relationship with that client.
With a client. And if it's a
Yeah.
long-term client, of course,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
15 to
Yes.
30 is like would say like a healthy
Yes.
credit term. Okay. How
But
about
of course,
for
we consider
you?
COD.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But how about for
Yeah.
you, Willis?
Okay, in our industry,
Yeah.
mostly we are offering at least 60 days. It's a normal terms of credit,
Okay.
terms of
Okay.
payment. But of course, I never ever receive a receivable really right after 60 days. Also, it's never happened. So
Okay.
it's
Wait.
like a
So
practice
wait.
already.
Wait. Let me clarify. So you never what never happened is that you never received a receivable within the 60 day or after 60 days. So when do you actually receive the
Means okay,
receivable?
our terms of payment is 60 days, right?
Yes.
Means we suppose receive a check or payment
Yeah. Yeah.
around 60 days, 65 days, okay, in
Yes,
normal, what
yes,
you expect,
right.
okay. But so far, up till now, even more than 34
It's
years experience in the industry, I've never seen early payment at all. So if you can receive the money within 120 days, you are very happy man.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so to
because we
think
are
that it's
spreading house.
already 60, so now you're saying, so okay, Willis is saying that now at this time, so
Mhm.
before the standard is 60, but even before the pandemic, do the suppliers or the customers pay within the 60 days? No,
Never,
after the
never.
60 days.
Oh,
Yes. So
Never.
means before 60 days, you cannot ask. So
Okay.
after 60 days, you have the right to ask. It doesn't mean they will pay.
Right, you're
Okay.
just asking, you're
So
just
this is
following
a
up.
practice.
Is
Yeah,
the
this is
check payment ready? Okay.
just send SOA every month and then okay,
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep silence. So we
Okay,
already
so
used to it.
you're already used to it. Okay, I'm not sure if we should be happy about that or sad. Okay, but I want to find out, Willis, during this time now, during
Mhm.
this pandemic, in the last 6 months,
Mhm.
because your business is still operating, right? And so, how has it changed? Has it?
Change.
I
It's
mean,
become
in terms
longer.
of the credit line.
No, because I always say the terms of payment is some figures or numbers on the papers only. Okay. If nobody respect it, actually it's nothing. Even
That's true.
I put 7 days. If they don't pay, what the meaning of it? The
Yeah.
worst part is because the credit terms is start counting when they receive the item. All right. So one of
Okay.
my case is I have to pay to my supplier in China COD before shipment. So I receive it, I keep it in my Hong Kong warehouse before the lockdown. So I already start planning to send out. And suddenly lockdown, 6 months. But I paid already. So after they receive, means my clients receive the items on hand already 6 months later. And then with that 60 days, of course
Right.
they will not pay in 60 days. So finally, almost until now, 1 year, I still haven't received the money.
Wow.
So
Wow.
now I'm not doing supply. I'm doing banks. I'm
Yeah.
doing banking now.
You are doing banking by that
Yes,
because your money is stuck
offering
there.
loans. Yeah, offering loans to them.
Yeah, because it's stuck there.
It's very, very
Wow.
challenging.
That's hard.
That
Yeah.
it is very challenging.
Yeah.
Um how about um in terms of hand, because it's Christmas, of course, now all these payments, so
Yeah.
how about in terms of payments for the employees now? Did you actually reduce employees at this time, or did you retain all your employees? How did you deal with that?
Yes. So for us, we're proud to say that we did not lay off any employees in
Okay.
this pandemic. So we are very proud of that because the employees are our number one asset. Without the employees, there's no company. So we
Yeah.
always take time to recognize the hard work and dedication of our employees, especially the ones who were staying every day during the ECQ period when it
Mhm.
was hard to get commute, it's hard to get transpo. So we really recognize them as such. During the ECQ, we also provided shuttle vans for our employees so that they
Wow.
can go to work unhampered because of course some of our tasks cannot be done from home. It must
Hmm.
be done in the office where the files are sent, our systems are located. So we took that extra measure into making sure that our employees got to work even though that there's no transportation yet. Yes. So that's how we value our employees, and that's why in Pa Atlantic Group we have many elder employees. Lots of our people are 20 plus years already in the company. So that's a
Wow.
testament to the working culture that we foster in our company. And I'm really proud of that fact. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Okay, how about you, Willis? In terms of
Uh,
your staff.
compared to compared to LJ, we are more simple. So
Okay.
because we are only 1% of LJ's staff scale, okay,
Okay.
so much easier. Of course, I totally agree what LJ said. Okay, the human resource is our assets, and we spend too much time, a lot of time and money to educate, to train one staff, technically speaking. So, of course, the pandemic also, I always say, it's not only one or two industry problem. It's the worldwide problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, of course, like what LJ said, we are not laying off anyone. Even we are expanding during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but of course, it's even they knew because I'm a very open office. The
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows everything. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, we understand each other. Now we like a family. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
even like my staff, they can't go out to pick up the milk powder for her kids. Okay, no problem. Call me up and then we find out a way to
yeah.
send them milk powder or something like that. So I
Yeah.
like this feeling. I like this feeling.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
now, somehow, with the pandemic, it's also created a bond amongst your employees working
Yes.
together through these challenges. That's great. So, okay, to all our viewers out there, if you noticed, yes, their business has also been affected, but as they have mentioned, taking care of their employees, they did not let go of that. Like they prioritized that, they pushed through it. You know, I'm sure there are more uh, pain points or challenges that you guys have gone through, or maybe there's any other pain point that you want to share about your business during this pandemic before I jump to the next part. I think we had some conversations before about customers demanding a whole lot from you guys. Is that is that a pain point for you guys? Are customers more demanding during this time? Ironically, they shouldn't be because everybody is affected, right? But yes, are they more demanding? Let's start with Aldrich.
Definitely a big yes. So since more companies right now, they're penny pinching their budget, so they would like the shipments to be handled as smooth as possible, as cheap as possible, and at the same time, they expect that the transit time is still normal on the shipping line.
But
So
they
like
can't
what I
expect
told,
it to
yeah,
be normal because
yeah, yeah.
nothing is normal.
Yeah, but yeah, they really have to adapt to the current situation. So right now, as I have told you before, container freight rates are really getting higher right now because
Okay.
there's a shortage of containers worldwide. The reason being is China containers are prioritizing long haul from China to America or Europe. So the China to the Philippines, it gets neglected. So that's why there's a
Ah,
container shortage. And actually, right now, to address the shortage of containers, the Chinese government is pushing the container manufacturers to manufacture more containers. So their target is around 300,000 containers a day just to address the container shortage problem. As you know, Philippines is an importing country. About 90% is import and about three-fourths of that is from China. So
wow.
it caused a trickle down all the way to the consignees because they have to pay much larger and exorbitant freight charges, which we also have to adjust to. So naturally, our margins got lower, but hopefully, this will just be temporary. And by next year, when there is a surplus of containers already, the freight rates will start to stabilize. Yes. So that's what we do. We want to manage the expectations of our clients, and hopefully next year we can give them better rates as the market adjusts.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting fact. I didn't know that we
Yes.
are Philippines is an importing country
Yes.
and
Predominantly.
90%
Yeah.
90% of it,
Three-fourths from China. Yeah,
three-fourths
three-fourths
of it is
of
from
imports from China.
imports from
Yes.
China.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. No wonder. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, that is the truth. Okay, guys, you heard it from the one who does the importing himself. So, okay. So, so having demanding clients, even though there's changes, they still want it to be the same as if things are the same, right? Okay, but yeah, so that's a challenge. And how about Willis? How about for your customers?
Okay, just like again, just like Elvis said. Okay, now is the customer demanding or require more, much more to us. But that's why I'm not really consider it as a pain point, right? So of course it's not easy, okay, to fulfill their needs. But I will think it or treat it like this means at least your customer still demanding you, not walk
Right.
away from you. So
Okay.
means you are the chosen one
Okay.
to be tortured, to be
To be
asked.
tortured.
Yes, because if they're not going to use you, they just walk away to find another other competitors of yours.
Right. Right.
Why they're demanding means also they are facing their challenge. Of course, most of them are not big boss. To be
Right.
honest, the one who dealing with us is still also working class. They want to save their career. They want to
Yeah.
save their possession.
Yep.
Only thing that they want to show their performance is to pressing us. So since we are prepared to be pressed, so okay.
So
Of
be
course, it's
it.
not easy. It's not
Agile.
easy. Yeah.
So that's a
So
very good point of view. So we
yeah,
consider it as a good thing to be the chosen
yes.
one,
So
Willis.
everything, no dark, yeah, no dark, no bright, no good, no bad. It depends on how your attitude to face it. But of course, it's comparatively is a pain point. Yeah, of course, because it
Yep.
depends. Are you prepared or what? Yeah. So that's why. Yeah.
Okay. So with all of those things that you mentioned, okay, so customers becoming more demanding, all these challenges, you're the chosen one to be tortured.
Yeah. You
Okay.
should be feel
And then,
lucky.
yeah, if you're lucky, okay.
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time, like how you continue to take care of your employees, like nothing changed, you didn't
Yep.
let go of
Correct.
anybody. I mean, think about it. Like, just for a normal human being, you're already challenged on this side, and yet you still do this on the other side. Like, what gives? Like, something's got to give. Like, how do you do it? How do you do it? That's what I want to find out. And I'm sure that a lot of our viewers, business owners, and aspiring business owners would learn a lot on how you guys are still able to do it, knowing that there is the reality of these challenges, cash flow challenge, adjusted higher
Mm.
rates that you have to pay, longer credit terms, etc., etc. And yet you still are able to take care of your employees. So tell us how. How do you do it? Yes. Let's start with
Okay.
Aldrich.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about 2 points about that. First one is passion. Of course,
Okay.
passion. If you love what you do, you won't notice how hard you work at it. So if you love what you do, the clients will recognize and they will value your hard work and enthusiasm. So naturally, good customer service will follow and more clients will be satisfied. That's what keeps me going to service our clients. So I always make sure that we go the extra mile. As you know, shipping is a 24/7 business. So we have agents from Europe, from US, from Africa, and America. That's why at night we still have to be awake because we have to keep in track and Skype or email with our agents if the shipment has been picked up, ex USA. So that's the mindset. So if you are passionate about what you do, you won't get tired. You won't. You have the energy to keep going. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is reputation. For me, a company's reputation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Atlantic has been in the business for 33 plus years now. And we are really proud to say that we really have good relationships with all of our clients. It comes from hard work, dedication, and passion of all of the employees. And we make sure that we also diversify our services. So we are never content just to be your normal freight forwarder, typical freight forwarder. We want to go an extra mile. That's why we also added a trading company. We have our own off-dock container freight station. We have our cargo insurance and cargo survey. So aside from the basic shipping, we have these allied services that ensures that the client is also well taken care of.
Wow.
That yeah, that's the company reputation that we're protecting. And even though during this pandemic, it's really hard for some of us, we still make sure that we go over and beyond with our company's image and reputation. That's it, Sinead. Thank you.
Wow. So deep, guys.
Uh,
Like, yes, passion. Yes, continue to
Yeah.
do what we love to do, and it won't seem so hard.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. How about you, Willis?
okay, I would like to say like that. The the sense of facing risk we must always have, no matter pandemic is really comes, right? But even without the pandemic, so as a leader or decision maker of a company, so you must always carry a sense, okay, of risk management.
Mhm.
So you must well prepare yourself. This is very important. Okay. So even about clients, even one client go and then another new clients come. Okay. It depends. You have your own positioning in the industry. Okay. Because you are not the only suppliers. Okay. We are not doing drugs or mafia or something like that. We are the only monopolized. Okay. We must have a lot of competitors, and still we find which kind of customer is good for you. All right.
Mhm.
So you keep yourself ready for facing challenge. I think this is uh, every entrepreneur or the big boss should always carry. Yeah. So of course, this kind of pandemic, some good to some business, some good to some industry, like the PPE manufacturer or even the medical industry. They gain a lot of money. Okay. Of course, it depends on who you are. Yeah. And then, yeah, get yourself prepared. This
Yeah.
is my point.
And I think for Willis, the key word that he's explaining is being prepared. So
Yes.
would you say, Willis, that your business, even though there were, long credit terms, etc., would you say that your business was prepared to face these risks that you are experiencing right now?
You may say, of course, nobody expect this kind of pandemic will happen
Yeah.
in our lifetime. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think, is the first time to facing this kind. But of course, during the process, like we already prepared, means we are shifting from Hong Kong, very high cost overhead city, or you may say, not a country, okay, it's a city, Hong Kong, and now we bring it to Philippines. We got our staff get trained for 2 years or more now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we, even the pandemic, we are still able to pass through. If I can imagine, if my operation center is still in Hong Kong, I died already.
It would be
How
because
can
it's so
how
more
can I
such so
afford
much more expensive.
it 10 times more overhead
10 times
in
more.
Hong Kong? 10 times, yes, yeah.
So,
Even
okay,
the rent, the
when did you
salary to the
decide
staff.
sorry, Willis, when did you decide that you are going to transfer all your operations in the Philippines since you started the business or somewhere along the way?
So actually, is the reason why I'm one of the reason why I'm come to Philippines, and because not only the open the Philippines market, as well as I bring the whole operation team,
Mhm.
even the business for Korea, business for China, business for Singapore, all operation team brought it to Philippines already. So
Okay.
that's why it gives us a reserve to fight this
Right.
battle.
So like you're
Otherwise,
saying that
I
you
die
were
already.
you're at an advantage already from the beginning, from the time that you started your business,
Yes.
because you already thought about the costs of having it in the Philippines versus having it in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
or whether Singapore or other countries.
Yeah.
It's really the best in the Philippines. And
Yes.
and that's golden advice, everyone. Like even before you start your business, you really plan it out. And like Willis was saying, that's why even now during the pandemic, they're still able to move forward because they have a reserve. They're able to reserve. I guess you're able to set aside whatever big savings you got from the time that you actually had your business. But you know what? How about the people who are not prepared?
Yeah.
How about the people who are not prepared? I wonder what what advice could you give the people who are not prepared? Because like the way I see it is, yes, both of your businesses are affected, but even though it's affected, it's not like, you're down the drain and you
Yes.
can't move forward anymore. And that's only because you guys prepared for it, and that's a really good uh asset that you guys have. You prepared for it. And obviously, of course, I think for Aldrich's business, it's even more bigger and more established. So that's also a reason why they're continuously able to operate. But if there are business owners who are watching right now and they're really not prepared, and they're, you know, completely shocked. Maybe they're a restaurant, because yeah,
Yeah.
restaurants have to close, right? So they're a restaurant,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever other business. What do you think they should do? What would be your advice to them?
Okay. Yeah. So
Ad-
for me, it's yeah. Triple A. Now it's ask, adjust, and adapt. So that's my advice
ah,
for business owners. Number
okay,
one,
wait.
ask.
Let
Ask
me write.
around. You should ask around your current business climate. So if your business is not doing well, maybe it's time to cut your losses, close it down, and move to greener pastures. Maybe you have a side talent. For example, you like to cook. Maybe you can open up a side business, food business, which is doing good online right now. E-commerce is booming. Lazada is booming. Shopee is booming. So let's say you have a business and it's not doing well, and you have a passion for cooking, why not shift to cooking, which is really your passion? And then afterwards, you can sell food, what you like, cookies, uh, Filipino food. So you can sell anything right now online. And there's a guaranteed customer base because most of us are staying at home during this pandemic and for
Yes,
safety reasons as well.
yes.
And next one is adapt. So perfect example is Janae. Jenny was the events organizer before, which she still is right now, but she adjusted to having a delivery business. So that's a prime example of adapting. So
Okay.
yeah. So right now, maybe there's an opening. Maybe you can find new opportunities in online or e-commerce. Maybe you can find some new jobs, new sidelines, new skills to get. Example, teaching a new language. Maybe you can learn a language and then teach it, and then give teaching lessons online for new languages. That's a
Mhm.
boom also right now. And the last one is, what did I say, Jenny? Adjust,
Adapt.
adapt.
Yes.
Yeah, adapt to the current business climate.
Yes.
So right now, some businesses are booming. Like for example, the medical supply industry.
Yes.
I have known lots of people who are now offering face masks, face shield, and disinfection, sanitizers. So before the pandemic, they were not thinking of offering this product.
Mhm.
But after the pandemic hit, they they think and they strategize on what products are most likely to sell more. That's why they shifted to that sure business. Because right now everyone needs masks.
Yes.
Just
Everybody.
yesterday, I think the government has mandated everyone to wear face shields and face masks at all times outside the house. So even though you're jogging in your village, you have to wear face shield and face mask. So can you imagine? So that's really the trend right now. So that's my advice to business owners. Ask around, research about your current industry. Maybe you can find other opportunities in other industries, adapt and adjust. That's it.
Okay. Very good. We
Wow.
get triple A's. I didn't expect that. Very good. Thank you, Aldrich. Is that triple A because your name is Aldrich? Okay.
Yeah,
Letter A
it's good.
also. Okay. Willis, it's gonna be hard to top that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's
What would be
Audrey
your
also
advice?
so everything. Okay, let me put it this way. I totally agree on Eldred, but what the difference
Yeah.
between me and him, he got a lot of fast mass suppliers. I get only one, all do mass only. This is the
Dual
biggest
mask.
difference.
Dual mask.
I know only one supplier. It's totally different from Eldred. He knows a lot, but I only know one, all do mass only. Okay, just kidding. So I would just like to say is when we facing this kind of challenge, all right, pandemic. So you have to think it or adjust like what Eldrick said. But my adjust is the person you're thinking. Because nowadays, especially the young boss, the young owner, okay, I always say you want to be a owner. Very simple. You spend you just spend around 100,000 pesos, go to register a company, and spend a few
PC.
thousand pesos to print your calling card. President, CEO, general manager, blah blah. Easy. You easy to be a boss. To be honest, okay. That's why when you adjust is if you are really facing a hard time, you have to regulate yourself, repositioning yourself. If you think you can, but it's just a period of time in your life, okay. Some, especially the young boss, okay, oh, it's the end of the world. Okay, I don't know what the next step is. Start worrying, packing, and making bad decisions during this time. So that's why my suggestion is we have to learn,
Yep.
and we have a long way to go. Even Willis is not become Willis now. I have facing a lot of challenge. I opened a lot of uh, business before, go up and down. But I learned. That's why until now. So don't hard pushing yourself too much. You have to refresh yourself. What is your talent? What is your outstanding? Because when you are boss, it's nobody guarantee you will be a successful boss. Okay.
Right.
There will be some failure boss. Come on. Don't over proud yourself. Just doing business. Winning our own bread. That's it. Nothing elegant
Yeah.
of being called a
Yeah.
boss. What elegant is it? Right? So you have to self-adjust, be more
Yeah.
humble. If you not really can continue, just stop it. Find a job. Nobody will challenge if you are fully talented. Nobody will criticize your past unless you do some cheating now. So
Correct.
don't make forced decision under pressure. So this is
Yeah.
what I want to share. So because
Wow.
ICE is watching, don't think you are smart, you can do something tricky or shortcut. Don't think that way. Because really, a life is long. It's, even this pandemic is not sentencing you are doing good or not by this pandemic. Your life is long.
Long.
Especially
Our life is long.
long.
Yes.
Yeah, I expect I
Yes.
will have 120 years old.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
not?
Yeah.
Because you can imagine the next 40, 50 years development of the medical things. At that time, I'm 120 years old. So what's wrong with it? Yeah, especially now, the who you are 80 years old, when he is or was 20 years old, how can he expect himself can have 80 years old? Because of the level of the technology that day 60 years ago is totally different. Don't judge so far. That's why we have to think. We have to judge different angles. Okay? And repositioning yourself. Don't feel shy. Even I go back to work, I be a big boss, and then I go back to work. Even I feel shy that days, right? But finally, I show my talent, I show my hard working, and everybody accept me. Then I get my resources, I get my assets, and I restart my company again. That's why my company, Hostar, is just really newly established
Mhm.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. It's not a long history one,
Yeah.
but we survived. We survived. Before I'm still back to work. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Really
some
beautiful
story to share it.
words. Really beautiful words. If I may say, because I was taking down notes. So Willis was saying, reposition yourselves, be humble. We have to learn how to self-adjust and don't make harsh decisions under pressure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very, very good. So all our viewers, I hope that you are learning something from our two amazing guests. Now, I want to um, check if we have some questions. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we don't have a question here right now, but what we are getting is people uh, acknowledging that you guys are giving wonderful and meaningful advice. Yeah. Here, even totally agree to Aldrich's advice. Yes. Right. Okay. So, of course, I know that you guys, both of you, are part of a networking organization. So
Yes.
I would like to find out, is being part of a networking organization helpful for your business? If yes, why?
Yes. For me, it's really a resounding yes, 100%. So first and foremost, you get a chance to meet new people, otherwise that you would have met under different circumstances. Also, I really like the system, the training programs that we have online, the audiobooks, the podcasts, which teaches about business, about referrals, about closing, about marketing. So it's really very, very helpful. And of course, it's about trust that you get from your co-members when you give them quality referrals and they're able to close it. So it's that trust fostered between the co-members that really makes my business grow. And lastly, also the global reach of this organization. So it's not locally, but we are in 280 plus countries. So very, very numerous around the world. And once you join, you get access to all of these members worldwide, which number around 250,000 right now as we speak. Yep,
Wow.
that's it.
Nice, Aldrich. How about you, Willis?
Okay, definitely is a yes for me, especially I'm a foreigner. Okay, I'm an alien.
Mhm.
Okay, not the movie one. Okay, alien. Okay, it's I don't know why they call us alien. Okay, just foreigner. All right. It's really helpful, of course, because I'm not hard selling. It's really from my heart. Because I'm a foreigner, although I know I was related to Philippines, but it's not that direct. Okay, so after joining this organization, okay, give me a lot of new understanding, especially the young generation, how they think, especially the business strategy, business module, how positive, how nice they are. Okay, of course they are young. Okay, this is very energetic and very helpful, very professional, and this is what I really need is the networking.
Mm.
So yes, it's really helpful. I can't deny it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing. So, if you, our viewers, would like to be part of a networking organization where you are surrounded with positive and supportive business owners, just like these two wonderful people here. Okay. And of course, if you also want to receive business referrals, or grow your business, you may visit us every Wednesday morning through a Zoom meeting. So you just have to send us a message and we will send you a personalized invitation to attend. So I know that you have more questions for Willis and Aldrich, but of course, we only have 1 hour for our show. So right now, I want to invite you all to, of course, like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, you just let us know because we may be featuring that, or maybe your business can be the next business that we'll feature in Supreme TV. Okay, so before we end our show, normally I do a little bit of a fast talk. So where I ask, so this is on the spot, Willis. So you didn't know about this. So, but instead of doing a fast talk, I'm doing like they call it 20 questions. But we're gonna finish as much as we can. Maybe we'll just finish 10 questions. So I'm gonna ask a question and the two of you will answer. The objective of these questions is to showcase to everyone that even though you are a business owner, there is a human side to you guys. Okay, so like more personal a little bit, just a little bit. So we're gonna get to know Willis and Aldrich tonight. I hope our viewers are excited to watch this. So are you guys ready?
Yes,
Willis, are you
let's
ready?
go.
I know Willis doesn't like on the spot things, so
Yes.
I'm
Go
excited to
ahead.
see what his answers are. Okay, here we go. First question. Are you usually early or late?
Early.
Early.
Ah, early birds. Okay.
Yes.
If there was one job that would that you would be terrible at, what would it be? If there was one
Mm,
job that you would be terrible, like if you did that job, it will be
yeah.
terrible. What would it be?
For me, a singer?
A singer, but I
Yes.
heard you sing.
Yeah, of
Okay, let's
course.
just keep it to the Christmas carols. Okay. All right. How about you, Willis?
Uh, Joining a TV show like this.
Join it. No, you're not doing it there.
I'm
Maybe
shy.
maybe to be the host. Maybe that would be if you're the host.
I'm not a
Okay.
speaker type, by the way.
Okay, next question. What website do you visit most often?
For me, every morning, Phil Star.
Philstar. Oh,
Yeah,
Willis.
yeah.
Why is like that, Willis?
I don't want to say a lie.
Yeah.
But the most really, as a man, the most
Oh
visit.
my gosh.
Yeah, you know
Okay.
what? Like, okay,
Okay, we'll
skip.
keep it that way. Okay,
Everybody
next
knows that I
question.
skip.
Okay, what songs? I love Willis. He's so candid. Okay, what songs have you completely memorized?
Uh, my
Song.
way.
My Way, Willis, My Way. Okay,
Yeah,
how about you,
I like the
Aldrich?
words.
Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
Complicated. Okay, so can we hear a sample?
Later. I don't sing.
No,
Okay,
actually, I have another one.
okay, what?
Another one
Yes.
song. It's Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, does that
Happy
count as a song?
Everyone
Okay,
knows how to
happy
sing in the world.
birthday.
birthday.
It's a song, right?
It is
Wow.
a song. Okay. Next question. What is your dream car?
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Willis?
My dream car is a RV.
An
I like to
Avi.
RV.
travel.
Uh,
RV.
out.
The
RV.
traveling.
The
RV.
wagon.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No special brand. No special brand. So I just
Yeah.
the RV type. Then I can travel. I can drive. Yeah, live there, cooking there, something like that. The RV.
Okay, okay. So this is the one that we see in the movies, like the what's the what does it stand for? RV roving
Recreational
van?
van? I'm not sure.
Recreational van, roving van, recreational van.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah, something like the vehicle, yes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
traveling, yes.
All right. So then in the highway, you see the RV and then you see the Ferrari. So there's Willis and Aldrich
Side
Yeah.
by side.
side by side. Okay, next question. What is your favorite drink?
Drink. Mm,
If
oh,
if
garden. Beer.
okay,
Beer?
beer.
Oh,
Oh,
garden. Beer.
garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
If liquor, I like whiskey. Yes, I like
Whiskey.
whiskey. Yeah.
Okay. Whiskey Whole Garden. So you know already if you will send a gift to Aldrich and Willis. Okay. Next, what takes up too much of your time? What takes
Sleeping,
up too much of your time? What's that, Willis?
sleeping.
Sleeping. Okay. Willis loves
One
sleeping.
third of it. Okay. Of course. Usually I just slept 4 hours.
Okay.
My
How
time,
about
nothing.
how
I'm
about you,
quite
Aldrich?
relaxed.
For me, video games. That's my
Video
guilty pleasure.
games. Okay.
Hence the
All
gaming
right.
chair.
Next question. What city would you most like to live in? What city would you most like to live in?
mm, Before I like Tokyo,
Okay.
but right now to totally relax in Male, Maldives.
Maldives. Wow. Okay. How about you, Willis?
City, I'm not sure, but I like to stay here for my retirement life. Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
maybe Cebu
Manila.
or maybe Boracay
Okay.
or
Anywhere
something like,
within the
or Palawan.
Philippines.
Yeah, within Philippines. Sure,
Yes.
I
Okay.
will going to retire here.
Okay. Let's go Philippines. Okay. What age do you wish you could permanently be? What
Like that.
age do you wish you could permanently be?
What
Now,
is that?
31.
31. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Repeat what is that?
What
What
age?
was the what is the meaning?
Like if you were to if you were to stay, get stuck in one age, like
Okay.
how old would you be? Do you want to be? Like permanently, you're permanently blank.
I think I think it's around 33, 35.
33, 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So from now on, Willis is only 35. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus one plus 200 months.
Plus 200 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, okay, we're down to our last minute of the show. Let's do this last question. What are you absolutely determined to do?
Absolutely determined to do.
Yes.
Explain.
What are you
Okay.
absolutely determined to do? Like, whatever happens, that you're going to do this.
Yeah. For me, well, it's a very simple answer, but just to have a simple and healthy family in the future. Yeah.
Wow. I love it. Spoken like a real person preparing to have a family.
Yes.
Okay, simple and healthy family. Okay, how about you, Willis?
Nothing, to be honest. Nothing. I just live the life simple, I can say. Make it simple.
Make it simple.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So make life simple. There you have it. To all
Yeah.
our viewers, thank you for watching Supreme TV. You had a little taste of getting to know who Willis and Aldrich is. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, my name is Janae Rabe. And of course, we would love for you to watch us every Wednesday right here at Supreme TV, Confessions of a Business Owner, where we like to keep things real so that your business can be supreme. Thank you. Thank you to both of you. Thank you for
Thank
everyone
you,
who
Jenny.
watches
Thank you,
tonight.
Jenny. Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.